Alright, it's off the top. It's freestyle off the top. And I'm unorthodox the way I box. I'm allergic to illegal street sales. And I'm not talking about the street corners. I'm talking about Pfizer and Moderna. Cause these past 24 months, wow, what a hurdle. The world dropped to its knees without firing one missile. Make us forced to believe things we never heard of. The brainwashing is real. People got no thinking skills, no critical analytical abilities, and they want me to believe in their fallacies. Cause I keep, hey yo, cause I keep telling y'all, there's no I in we, but I get it, cause there's an I in me. Stay strong, no iron deficiency. What's going on, everybody? It's the Crypto Wonder, your host of the Crypto Wonder podcast. Hope you're doing well. And let's get right into it. So, and like I always say, we're one day closer to the next all-time high for Hex, one day closer to PulseChain mainnet, and one day closer to pulseX. Let's get it. You know, the Hexpo conference, you know, is rocking and rolling, right? Very active. That's what's going on. People are enjoying themselves. The conference rollout has been, from what we see, because I'm not there, but what, you know, the streamers have shown, it's been going very well, and that's what's up. Hoping it continues like that and it becomes a complete success for everyone involved, because why not, right? So Richard Hart issued a couple tweets, well, not a couple, but a few tweets, you know, describing some updates taking place with PulseChain. And I mean, I appreciated that, because any update is a great update. Any update at this point. Hearing from it, you know, that, like I've been saying, don't listen to what everybody's saying. Don't listen to what the people talking about who speculate, who don't know anything as far as what Richard knows. Listen to him. Listen to him. Wait for his update. Wait for the news. Follow him on Twitter. When he goes on live, you know, does his live stream, that's another way you can follow him too, but primarily on Twitter. And you be attuned to what's going on. So one of the things he mentioned in, you know, several of his tweets was how, you know, among all the other developments that are taking place, but he did identify the bridge, how the bridge has been working without a problem. So there's a bridge. I remember 3 months ago, people were just in the community talking about how, you know, when the PulseChain launches, you know, maybe there won't be a bridge right away, and maybe there should be. Also, they're going to have to just deal with ratios and exchanging their, you know, coins for other coins, dealing with the ratio before the bridge. And, you know, the bridge, everything was about a bridge. Well, the bridge, according to what Richard wrote, has been working. Advancement over a period of time since testnet 2, version 2, which is great. It's great. Moving forward, moving along. He's asked a couple questions, technical questions regarding, you know, Uniswap version 3, I guess, application, how to use it on PulseChain or whatever. Don't quote me. Go do your research. Go find out. There are updates, right? This episode is not really about the update. This episode with the Crypto Wonder with your Crypto Wonder, your host, is not really about the update. Even though we have updates, that's great. Go do your research. What I'm going to talk about is basically how, it, and I've seen it. I've seen how people are really exemplifying what they're talking about amidst all the nonsense that's been going on. But there are people that are also trying to back up their words, right, by what they do. They're trying to live and practice what they preach. And I think that's a plus for the community all around, because more people are talking about how they've, onboarded their, how successful they've been with their onboarding, or not as successful. But just to engender those types of discussions, that's progress, like, to me, in my opinion. Because we got to be for real here. Getting involved with crypto is not easy. Like, for no corners, this is intimidating. I've been told this, that it's intimidating. It's not easy, but it's doable. It's a thing where if you know you're dealing with something that's good and people are kind of resistant to it, it's not their fault. And it's up to you whether you want to keep pushing or, pushing forward to help them understand what it is and basically not give up. It's your choice. But folks are going to come around eventually too. Not everyone, but people are. And those who do, it fares better for them, because they're now part of a financial tool, a financial system that's going to benefit them in the future, right? That's a win. That's something that should be praised. That's something that should continue to be celebrated. But I'm seeing that, from the couple streams I've even seen today, folks are now, they're talking about it more, which is good. It's less drama and more the positive, more the empowering stuff. Seriously, because there's people out there that I could identify myself and I could talk about, but that's not helping any of our bags. If I, name names, drop names, and do all that stupid stuff, because then I'll end up in some kind of pseudo clout chasing nonsense that I don't do I don't create content to do that. But let the people who show you who they are, who bring confusion, let them continue in their confusion, because you can't stop them. What you can do is work on how you respond to that energy, right? You could avoid it and work on doing what's right by yourself and for other people. Because that's what it's about. It's too much going on. It's too much confusion. Everything, cost of living, like in life, has increased tremendously. You see what the people are doing as far as in the Hex community? We understand Richard was mad that the folks spent a whole bunch of money painting a car and then to get in the race, and the car lost the race. We understand that, that was a lot of money, and, people wasted. He believes that it could have been better spent for direct marketing, blah, blah, blah. And we see what's going on with the conferences, right? We have to know, like, in some cases, in some respect, people are coming out of their pocket to support these things. Right? Folks who have been in Hex for a long time, who've been successful, who've decided to use and spend their money however they see fit. I think that's going to magnify. That's only going to magnify. Once PulseChain launches, let's be clear. Everybody's going to be, for real, because PulseChain, you got to remember, what PulseChain is bringing, the cryptocurrency space has not ever experienced yet. You know what I mean? No one has done what the fork of Ethereum. No one has done that. No one has ever seen an entire fork of Ethereum occur. And then when you dig into the whole PulseX aspect of things, like people, in a year or two, best believe folks are going to live their life and do whatever they see fit with their money. Because when these massive gains come around, you mean to tell me people are just going to sit on their hands? No, they're going to enjoy. They're going to enjoy what they've earned. They're going to enjoy their massive gains, as they should. I can't stop anybody from doing. No one could tell me what to do with what I have. So I'm not going to be one to tell anybody what to do with it. So you're going to see a bunch of different stuff. You're going to see a bunch of different things occurring around the community, around the world. Events, meetups, whatever, all across, all the time. You're going to see that. Because it's only going to intensify and magnify. Because there's more eyes that are on these products that Richard Hart has created. More eyes are on Hex, PulseChain, pulseX. More eyes, more people are paying more attention. So it's only going to increase. It's only going to magnify. Like all the who cares about that? I mean, people feel good. Look, we live in a state of confusion when it comes to the world. Desperation of weirdness. Look what the whole last 24 months have brought. The last entire 2 years have brought the world to its knees without firing one missile. Everyone was brought to its knees globally. So you mean to tell me when people find relief and with crypto and monetary, like, and come up huge in gains that they're not going to spend, they're going to spend their money. They'll live their life. You know? They're going to do what they're going to do. And I'm not one to like to, just to talk. But I like to just really be 100% factual or at least real according to my perspective, my experiences, my truth. It is what it is. But people are doing well, let them do well. They want to enjoy themselves, let them enjoy themselves, because one day it will be you. And why wouldn't you look at that as something that's positive? You watching people plan, they're getting together, they're doing different things, different events, they're meeting up all across the world, all across the country. Folks who don't even know each other are meeting each other face to face. They've only had internet, interactions. They're seeing each other face to face and everything. I mean, and soon that could very well be you. You will have the means and be able to do that. You don't have to be just watching. You could possibly be a participant. And maybe not. Do something else. Maybe not be involved at all. But you got heavy bags. Your bags are loaded. Because you took a chance. You took a risk. Everything is a risk. We know this. For the new people, I feel sorry for y'all. I do. And it's not because I know something bad is going to happen or whatever like that. But I feel sorry for y'all because you guys got to deal with, a lot of pressure from all angles if you don't find what it is that you're looking for. Like if you land where you're dealing with something where there's some type of direction, there's guidance, there's forward movement by way of even in the Hex system, there's forward movement, there's guidance, there's leadership. You see where things are headed. There's an idea. And you have data to support your position. There's so much learning so much understand, so much learn. There's so much to grasp. You're in a better like footing or position than when you're just out there in the crypto wilderness dealing with folks who just don't really care. Not like that. Because everything is about getting the bag. Everything is about making the money. Everything is about making that money. Make no mistake about it. There's nobody, look, there's people that are in it for the tech, but most are in it for the bread. That's it. And that's okay. That's okay. But be careful who you listen to. Like, seriously, be careful who you listen to. Even me, be careful who you listen. Like, it's too much. You gotta really keep things simple and build off of that. Build off of that. You can't just walk into a situation and think you're gonna, expose yourself to 100 different perspectives and then you're gonna get it all together and that, it'll all make sense to you. It won't. It won't. Start with the building blocks of what works and what has been working, and then develop from there. You can't listen to everybody. Because those who talk as if they know, and then people have a tendency to contradict themselves a lot. I'm not going to explain why. This is not for that. Right? But when people are telling you something that has merit, that has some level of integrity, that has some truth, and it's supported with data, with information that is sound, it can't be refuted, can't be debunked, it can't be twisted, turned, manipulated. It is what it is. That's what you have here. That's what you have here. Stick with what you have and build from that. Don't jump all here and there and there. You're going to get yourself wrecked. 100%. You're going to get yourself wrecked. Wrecked. It's already hard to understand and learn what it is that we've been taught. From our experience, from the founder of Hex, soon to be PulseChain and pulseX. It's hard to practice hodling, but no one's going to tell you that. It's very, very hard to hodl. Not only to hodl, but to hodl for a long period of time and then experiencing these pains, these extreme dips, and to hold through those pains. It's not easy, and it's not for everyone. It's not. Well, there's a lot of people who won't talk about that, and we know that. Forget about them. Forget about them. When you look at what history has shown, the 10,000x liquid, 20,000x if you were staking, that did not come without experiencing pain, painful dips, where you questioning yourself. Some people, you really feel bad. You feel horrible. You're like, man, what is this about? But this is crypto. This is what it's about. This is what happens in crypto, period. This is crypto. You want max gains, you need to go through indelible pain. It's going to happen. Everything doesn't go straight up without coming back down, to then go up again without coming back down, to then go up again. Just make sure you're there for the entire ride. And then you have a combination of opportunities to work for you on your behalf, on our behalf. A combination of opportunities, and people lose sight of that. People lose sight of that. All they could think about is right now. And 2 years from now, they won't even pay attention to what's going on right now. You got Hex on Ethereum. Hex is going to be on PulseChain. PulseChain itself. pulseX. I'm not hearing much about the incentive token, but at least four opportunities to create passive income, like multiple streams of revenue. Multiple. Four. In addition to whatever else you like. Come on. on. Like people, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. The opportunities are endless. The opportunities for success are endless, and it starts with you. It starts with what you believe. It starts with what you think. It starts with what you take in by way of information, who's giving the information, what you ingest, because that all affects your attitude. It all affects how you live, your behavior, everything. Everything. Just stay, remain committed to you. And by remaining committed to you, you understand that you have these tools at your disposal that basically will be working for you. And I'm not saying tools at your disposal because PulseChain did not launch yet. Everybody waiting for PulseChain to launch. Everybody waiting for PulseChain to launch. My goodness, everyone is waiting. People are just, yo, listen, like for real, listen, man. People are just they can't wait no more. There's folks that can't wait no more for PulseChain to launch. They can't wait. They just can't wait. They don't even, they just fudding left. Hey, it is what it is. Human beings are going to react differently to different things, and you can't control everybody. You can control what you do, though, how you react, how you respond. And we know, like, it's not easy. But when you do achieve your results, you reach those goals, and you are able to weather the storm. Think about how much happy you'll be. You know? Think about how you'll feel sometime in the future when you look back and instead of holding, you sold. You know, like how we always try to review or think or reassess. Like I said before, hindsight's 2020. How we think, oh man, if this was some time ago, I should have did this. I would have bought this. I should have held, blah, blah, blah. Why do you want to relive that? You don't want to relive that. Who wants to relive that? And last but not least, before I leave, there's a lot of sucker crap that's going on, man. Like I'm telling you, like foolishness, like just nonsense. That for one, I'm thinking like people just don't have everyone's best interest at heart. Like and they, folks, please pay attention to Richard. Yeah, he's not, streaming every day. He he doesn't post on Twitter 100 times a day. We know that it's difficult. It's not easy. This whole sacrifice thing reminds me of ICO period. It's just called sacrifice, for these First Amendment rights and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But it reminds me of 2017. That's me. It's not easy. Well, because right now it's like no expectation of profit for the work of others, to avoid, anything being called a security and all this other. Yeah. Listen. Keep everything simple and stay focused on what you got going on, man. When you distract yourself and you spread yourself to many different areas of people that talking the same thing to you, you after a while, it's all gonna sound like nothing. What I mean by that is a lot of people are just saying the same thing, including me, with respect to the actual products. A lot of people are saying the same thing with respect to the actual products because that's the information we all really have. But I try to apply things to our natural life to also understand, like, listen, while we wait, exercise, eat better, read more, go jogging, play an instrument, right? Go socialize. Write. Whatever it is that you like to do. Cook. Relax. Sightseeing. Travel. Whatever. Maybe you want to sacrifice and be committed to set up some goals for yourself. So by the end of this year, you'll be able to accomplish a couple things while you wait. I'm not saying it's going to take the end of this year for the thing to launch, but if you're staking, the system is working for you on your behalf. Now live life. And don't pay attention to all the toxicity that exists in crypto with the people. Because a lot of people out here are broken. And it's not a judgment. It's not an insult. It's just what it is. Because we're flawed. And I say we. We're flawed. But there's some people that are really, really, I would say, people who really choose to take away from the positive of things. People choose to do that. There are people who decide, instead of, half full, half empty type situation. I like to think of something being half full. My outlook is a little bit more optimistic. Others don't. And then they add their own level of spice that turns into something that's incredibly distasteful. And they do it regularly. That's why I don't listen to everybody in this community. I don't. I wish everyone well, though, overall, but I cannot listen to everybody who talks about Hex or PulseChain or pulseX in this community, because they've shown things that makes me question so much of what they're doing. Because there's been times where I'm like, it's just not for me. Everything is not for everybody. So I keep it simple, and I watch very few, mostly Richard though. But when he's not doing what he's doing, yeah, there's a couple streams I catch here and there, but not everybody. I suggest y'all do, basically what I'm saying is, do things that's just going to help give you peace of mind as best as it is, because we know it's hard now. Prices are low, Hex 11 cents or whatever. It's low compared to 50, all-time high, of course. But a year ago at this time, it was what? A penny? So we got to kind of keep things in perspective in a way. And then we're looking to basically double the quantity of our bags once PulseChain launches. Like, the opportunity is so bright looking ahead. So, don't dwell on these people that just have nothing but poison coming out of their mouths. And they want to infect you with their incendiary thoughts. Because they're out there. I don't subscribe to them. And I'm just sharing that with you to let you know there are people that are villainous in crypto. Not everyone has everyone's best interest in mind. Like, this is real life. Just because this is crypto don't mean you're dealing with people. People are involved. Human beings are involved. This is real life situations. Everyone doesn't have everyone's best interest at heart. And you can see it from what people say and how they act and what they do. And when what they say doesn't really support what they do, and then what they do doesn't really support what they say, and then there's a bunch of just craziness, listen, forget about all that. Because none of that is going to help you achieve your goals long term. None of that is going to affect how the blockchains or these smart contracts work, or these exchanges and how they work. Simple and plain. Shout out to everybody. Hope you remain well. And I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.